guys, how you doing? I've got a big bright light in my face today because I am going to make for you my first tutorial. It's something that a lot of you guys have been asking over on Instagram, and I thought, do you know what? It's kind of obvious I should make a tutorial on how I do this. Whether or not you use the same software as myself or the same equipment, there will be ways that you can adapt this to suit your setup and your needs and the way that you do things. So hopefully this will give inspiration if nothing else. So today this video is going to be about how I make my Instagram videos. I mean, for a start, my Instagram looks a bit different to most other Instagrams. You'll also be able to see I have this way of chopping up my videos in some kind of way that has this like zigzag line. Well, again, you can see the zigzags down the middle, cropping in what's appropriate. I have my logo in there, normally some dark space for me to put that logo over. Yeah, on the whole, I think they look a bit cool. So today I'm going to show you how I do that. Hopefully, like I say, give you guys some inspiration on how you could maybe switch up your Instagram videos just to stand out that little bit better. There are so many videos going around on Instagram at the minute that it's so hard to stand out. So I want to show you guys how to make them, how I record them, because most people assume it's an app that I use that just kind of does it all for me. It's not. It is a longer process, and I'm gonna open up all my secrets and all my doors on how I make these. So the first thing I do, I head onto Instagram and I find a video. For the sake of ease today, I'm going to go straight to my fail-safe favourite band to follow, which is a band called Ula39 Official. Spelled like this. They are a boy band on Instagram. When I first started doing this, I did a video of one of their songs and one of their tracks that they put out, and they loved it and they shared it, and to date I think I've got like 40,000 views on it on Facebook alone. Whoa. So I choose a video, pink. Yeah, this is perfect. Pretty standard looking video. Feel like I can do a lot with it. So the first thing I do, I head over up here where you can see these three little dots. Sorry, I'll use my non-cut up finger. I head over here, I tap these three buttons here which give me loads of options. Speaking of which, you can go over to my profile and hit these same three dots and you can turn on post notifications. So every time I post, you will get a notification saying that I've uploaded something and you won't miss a video that I post out. So when you go and tap on that button, you will see there is a button called copy link. You want to copy that link. It will say link copied to clipboard. I then want you to head over to an app called ReGrammar. It looks a bit like this. Literally, if you search for it on the App Store, it's called ReGrammar. I will try and link it below. And there's an option right in the middle there just to paste. You hit go. Sadly, an advert will come up, but you just give it a couple of seconds. Hit the little cross and it will come up looking like this. You want to hit share, your little tab will come up. I'm pretty sure this is the same on Android as well, so if you don't have an iPhone, do not worry. You can hit save video and it will just look like nothing's happened, but it saved your video to your photos. And there it is at the bottom in my photos, all saved on my phone. So there's a number of different ways you can then get this onto your computer. That's the last that you will be using your phone to make your Instagram video. So I then head over to my computer. Okay, head over to my Finder, AirDrop. I send it via AirDrop to my computer. Okay, so it's downloaded there into my folders, drag across. Easy as that, as quick as that as well. So the next thing I do is I drag that video into Logic. One little tip, when I do this, it will lock, as you can see, it will lock into place where that is, and it did my head in trying to work out what I was doing wrong. So you press unlocked SMPTE, which just takes away that little padlock there. Once you've got rid of this, you are absolutely fine to move it wherever you wish. So that's there now.
We are searchlights, we can see in the dark.
So I now have that file there. For this one, I'm going to use a piano, so I've already set up a piano channel. If you want to know how to do that, you literally will press new tracks, or you can go up to the top here and press new tracks also. So once you have your piano, the next thing I do is quite simply learn the song.
We are searchlights, we can see in the now it's time to let them know what about us. When I hold the time to say the hiding answers.
Just realised you guys cannot see my keyboard. Oh, there we go. sorry guys, I didn't realise I blocked you out. I've just learned it. I then quite simply do a practice run.
We are searchlights, we can see in the dark. Are you ready?
Okay, practice run done. I then hit film on my camera. I will then do as many takes as it takes to get the take that I want. Wow, that's a lot of takes. It's normally, I'd say, I normally do 3 takes and would pick the best one out of those 3 takes. That's normally the way I kind of do things, and that's normally the way I do things in the studio as well. So running on that, let's do first take.
We are searchlights.
So there it is. I'll take that take. That one will do. It wasn't perfect, but I like them not to be perfect because I'm a human, not a robot. Okay, so once you've done that, you want to edit, you want to trim your video, make sure you're all selected to export the right clip that you want, the right section that you're wanting. And make sure it sounds how you want it to. I just adjusted my levels so that the piano was kind of where I want it to be. Normally with the Instagram videos, which is different to recording in a studio, is that I have my piano slightly louder than I would do if I was recording like an actual song, because my Instagram channel is about sort of me as a piano player, as a keys player, so I want people to hear that a bit more than I would do in a studio. So be aware of that, make sure you're clear and you're able to be heard at the right moments that you want to be heard. Once you're happy with that, you want to export it. I export mine as MP3 because people will be watching this on their phones, so the quality doesn't matter as much. And it's a smaller file as well, which is just easier to handle, easier to work with. 13th November, create a folder. Okay, so whilst that's saving, I would normally then, I'm gonna have to stop the video, take the file off this to continue part 2 of the tutorial and show you how I put it all together. Okay, so I have the files. We're all finished with Logic Pro X, so I can close that. I don't save it because I would have so many Logic files if I did. I work on Premiere Pro then for the edit. It's what I use for all my videos, all my vlogs, so I'm used to it, I'm quick with it. A couple of these things that I'm gonna explain to you might only be native to Premiere Pro, but I'm sure there will be workarounds on how to do it if you're using like Final Cut. Okay, so I open up a new file, which I already have set up. Delete my last project. Now, one thing I was just thinking about is don't be afraid of the quality of whatever their video is on Instagram. It might look a bit grainy on your computer, it might look a bit low quality, but keep in mind that you're going to be looking at this back on your phone and other people will be looking at this back on their phone, so as long as when it goes back down to like tiny size, it's still clear, you'll still have a good quality video, so don't worry too much about it. So I want to drag that one into place first. I'll explain what these are in a second. Because I didn't change the time of where my video was, the audio that I recorded should in theory fit straight at the beginning. It's the great thing about dragging the video in the first place into the Logic file is, as long as it's straight at the beginning, then whatever you record will also work straight at the beginning, so in theory this should be in line. So that's a huge shortcut, it's so useful that. I then scale this upwards. Now bearing in mind this video is going to be sort of long ways on a phone. I always struggle to try and find a way to make this fit and me fit on the same screen, which is where the whole kind of idea started in the first place, of like cutting the zigzags, because I could cut out the bit that I didn't need, stick them together, and then it should fill the screen completely, no dead space. So with them on full screen, I then drag my bit in. Another good tip on how to line up the next part, so I need to find where my final take was here. One thing I find super useful for helping with the lining up is when you're recording your audio, you may have noticed that I had the click. What that's doing to me is counting in the beginning of when the video starts. So I have a count of 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, video starts. So if I do the same thing here, using the W key, I have that as my shortcut for starting a marker on where the start of the video is that I want to drag into place, if that makes sense. So after the one you saw, I just hit that W, that creates a marker at the start of the video. In theory, my video now, when I drag that into place, should start at the same time their video starts. Drag that into place, stick it at the beginning.
We are searchlights, we can see in the dark.
And that's in line. You may need to tweak it ever so slightly depending on how accurate you are with your start. I like everything to be like a touch thing. Being a musician, I can just time things better, rather than like cutting it to what looks like the right moment. So I then drag my boundary right to the end of the video. I tend to do to the end of the audio for no particular reason other than it gives like a bit of black space at the end of the video, and it allows the sound just to like properly finish. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. So the next thing I then do personally is select my layer, which is here. And if you go onto this tool here, opacity, and you can free draw, effectively you're cutting out the bit that you want to keep. The boys' heads are at the top, so I'm going to want to get this video as low as possible without losing all the piano. And then if I do the same with these boys, and you simply cut whatever you want to take out and whatever you want to keep. Unfortunately for some of the boys, it's cut half their faces off. This is where you sometimes have to get a bit creative. Like, will I get away with doing just this? Chances are probably slim because I move my head a lot when I play. So you can see half my head's cut off now. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to shrink that video, which means I can lower myself right down to the bottom, and as you can see, it's cut off less of them now. So if I go back to my mask, I can open my head space up a bit more. Just makes it look a bit more intentional. We are searchlights. So my head does go off a little bit, but you know, there's no other way I'm really going to get that to stay where it is, you know. But that's the basis of the cropping. You need to be creative, make sure that nothing is covered up as much as possible, but also you maximise the full space and just make it look like it works, you know? So I'm happy with that. So next thing I do is I add my logos and my username. So make sure they're both dragged out across the whole video, because I'm going to stick it in this top corner here. To be fair, my username works in that top corner up there. So there we go, I have my video.
We are searchlights, we can see in the dark. Are you ready? I'll be ready. We are rockets, pointed up at the stars. Are you ready? I'll be ready. 'Cause now it's time to let them know.
That's basically how I do it. It is as quick as that. I try not to spend too long on it not because I don't care and want to make the most perfect video, but I would rather make more of them and have time to release one every single day and still have time to go make these YouTube videos and other content that I want to make for you guys. I don't think you should get too strung up, because if you make it too perfect, then people don't connect, I don't think, as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if a video is like completely perfect, if the vocals are completely perfect on a song, for example, and it's like so spot on, I forget that they're humans. I just personally connect with videos a lot more where I hear the odd mistake, or I just see that it's not perfect and it is a person that's made that, you know? So I think you can quite often feel stressed about making something absolutely perfect, but it doesn't have to be. Just keep it real. My main thing is playing the piano, so if I was to then make a perfect video as well, I don't know, I'm not saying to not make things perfect, but I'm just saying think about how much it's impacting the time that it takes to make the videos. Is it going to change things in the whole grand scheme of things? Are people going to sit and notice and go, oh, his head's gone out of the video, I don't like this video anymore? Hopefully not, because they'll like the music, they're there to see the music. So just think about your time. You want to be able to utilise your time in a day to be able to go and do other things and spend time doing other things and spend time making even more content for your followers. But on the whole, I think I probably spend 10 to 15 minutes editing each video. It really doesn't take too long once you get the flow of it, So there we go, guys. I hope that's been useful. I hope all these tips can help, whether you use different software or you've got a different setup music-wise. If you can get hold of equipment like microphones and things, it will make such a difference to your videos rather than just putting up your phone. Same with lighting. Make sure you've got some good lighting. I think that's it. I think that's everything. Comment down below if there's anything more specific that you'd like to know. I did kind of just glance over it because I didn't want this to be too much of a long video. So if you want to know specific things that I can maybe include in a later tutorial, just comment below. Remember to subscribe, hit the thumbs up if you've enjoyed this and it's been useful to you, and I will see you in the next video next Tuesday. Until then, take care, look after each other, and remember, never stop creating. Bye.